Hey, what's up? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Let me know where you tuning in from today. See if I can pin this comment. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'm going to give you some nuggets from my book today. It's going to be phenomenal. This is The Power of Renewing Your Mind, a 21-day journey to transforming your life. Hello from Atlanta. How are you doing today? I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to just pop on. My name's Venesia. I'm the #1 empowerment coach in the UK. I'm a best-selling author, investor, opportunity connector. So definitely make sure you stay connected. I'm doing very, very well. I'm excited about what God is doing in this season. I'm going to definitely let me invite some people as well. Let me invite a couple of people, let them know that I am live. So what I really do truly, love about sharing this content is because I'm telling you, so much people just need to start winning in their mind. Wouldn't you agree? If we began to win in our mind, we would definitely start winning in our lives. And I always encourage people, to just have a winning mindset. I'm a faith believer, so I believe with Christ I'm already winning. But when I took the time out, not only to do what I need to do spiritually, but also there's some work that I need to do mentally. There's some practices and principles that I needed to put in place in order to really begin to truly start transforming my mind. Not only was I renewing my mind with the word of God, which I'm going to share with you throughout this 21-day journey of transforming your life, because the only way that you can truly transform your life is by the renewing of your mind. The word of God tells us that we should meditate upon the word of God day and night. I'm going to flick this camera now. We should meditate on the word of God. We should meditate upon the word of God day and night, right? So at the end of the day, that means that now you got to really begin to truly begin to make that a lifestyle. A lot of times we just do things and we just do it because, okay, that's what we've been told to do. And it sounds good. I'm meditating on the word day and night. That sounds good, right? But at the end of the day, if I don't make that a lifestyle, if I don't do that consistently to make it a lifestyle, I'm not going to see the fruit of that. I'm not going to see the fruit of that in my life. So what am I saying to you today? Yes, it's so important to renew your mind with the word of God. And it's important that you do it consistently, not when things are just going bad. No. Listen, I don't know who can relate today. But do you find it when things are going bad, that's when you remember, oh my God, I'm supposed to be meditating upon the word. I'm supposed to be praying. I'm supposed to be fasting. I'm supposed to be scheduling my day. I'm supposed to be hitting my goals, hitting my targets. I'm supposed to be focused. Oh, what's going wrong now? But what if we could formulate a lifestyle where we are continuously doing the things that we're supposed to do to elevate to the next level? That means that we would just be going from faith to faith, from strength to strength, and from glory to glory. That means there's no cap on the level that you can get to if you continue to make it a lifestyle to grow, make it a lifestyle to progress, make it a lifestyle to develop. That means you're always seeking ways. How can I develop mentally? How can I stretch myself spiritually? How can I stretch my my mindset, the capacity of my mind. What is it that I can do to help me to get to the next level and not become comfortable on that level, but have a desire to keep on growing, have a desire to keep on learning, have a desire to present yourself in the right places at the right time around the right people. I'm gonna give you some from my book. I am. But you know what made me write this book is because I'm an empowerment coach and I speak to a lot of people on a daily basis, and I found myself having to keep repeating the same things pertaining to mindset, pertaining in the importance to begin to really take an inventory of your life. Take an inventory of your thoughts. Yes, I encourage all my clients to make sure that they are journaling. Make sure that they are writing things down. Make sure that they are analyzing their thoughts, because a lot of times some of the thoughts that we have really and truly don't belong to us. And at the end of the day, the word says, so a man thinketh, so is he. So if I don't get my mind right, if I come suppressed to the lies of the enemy or the thoughts of my flesh, and I come in agreement with that and I begin to speak those things, that's what's going to manifest. That's what's going to transcend throughout my life. So what have I got to do now? I got to identify what thoughts are really and truly mine. What thoughts align with the word of God, with the plans and the purposes that God has for my life. What are those thoughts? Are they good? Are they pure? Are they kind? Are they loving? Do they align with the word of God? So now that I identify, okay, these are godly thoughts. This is wisdom, this is knowledge, this is revelation. Now, when the enemy comes in with his lies, there's going to be an alarm that literally goes off in my system. Hold on a minute. That's not God. That's not me. Who's that? Who is trespassing? The enemy literally is trespassing in your mind. And if you do not take authority and cast those thoughts down, cast those thoughts down, cast those vain imaginations down, you got to know how to reject it and not to keep accepting the lies of the enemy. You got to begin to replace it with the word of God. That's why I believe it's so important to have daily confessions that you say, I am courageous. I am more than a conqueror. I am putting my mind on the things above and not the things beneath. Come on, I am prosperous. I am attracting divine connections. I am bold, beautiful, brilliant. I am a child of God with many gifts and talents. I am a force of good. When you begin to know these things and begin to believe it and begin to speak that, when the enemy tells you can't, you say, no, I can. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You got to know how to counteract the lies of the enemy and replace it with the truth. Because if you just keep on hearing lies over and over and over again, guess what's going to happen? You are going to believe them. You are going to come in agreement with them. And the moment you begin to speak it, because we've got the power of life and death in our tongue, guess what happens? You bring life to it. Now you're eating the fruits of your lip, because those are the things that you have began to speak into existence. So when you see them manifesting, don't be surprised. But if you can just shift your mindset and begin to speak those things that are not as though they are, what do I mean by that? I mean by speaking what you want to see manifest, speaking what you want to see come into existence, because you've got power. Am I helping anybody today? You have power. You have authority. It is time to walk in that. It's time to take back your power. It's time to take back your control and begin to evict the enemy. Because all he's coming to do is cause fear, doubt, uncertainty. That's all he's coming to do. So if you recognize the voices of the enemy, Now you can take control. Now you can begin to speak the word of God in your life, the promise of God concerning your life. What you want to see, who you are. Not who people say you are. Who does God say that you are? So one of the things I do talk about is, what are you feeding your mind? I want you to write these questions down. I don't want you to answer it now. I want you, when you go home, or when you get back to that time of where you're reflecting. If you don't have a gratitude journal, put a one up on the screen. If you don't have a gratitude journal where you can take some time out before you go to bed and begin to write the things that you are grateful for, and begin to write out your goals, and begin to write the vision and make it plain. I think it's so important to end, your night as you're preparing to go to sleep, after you've prayed and, you've given God thanks, and then you begin to write the things that you are grateful for. He says that we should enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. When you begin to have an attitude of gratitude, guess what you attract? You attract good things because you're grateful. You begin to attract good things because you're thankful. You are faithful over the little. So guess what happens? He makes you ruler over much. You see doors of opportunity beginning to open because you were so grateful for the few things. You handled it well. So now you have shown that you are a good steward. So that opens the door for you to get more. So number one, and I'm coming from my book, The Power of Renewing Your Mind. Number one, I want you to write down, I want you to look at, what are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your mind? So this is how it's situated in my book, where you can literally take the time out to begin to identify, what are you feeding your mind? The second one, what is it that you are reading? And the third thing, what is it that you are watching? I'm going to give you 5 things. Number 4, you writing this down? How do you spend your time? See, this book's not about me. This book is about you. This book is helping you to identify the areas of your life that you're going to have to work on. Sometimes, for elevation, it requires separation. And if you're the only one in your circle that's outpouring, you're in the wrong circle. In fact, that's not a circle, that's a cage. And you need to get yourself out. I come to rescue you today. Get up out of that cage and begin to have a balanced circle where there's people that are pouring into you as well as you pouring out. There's people in your circle that are also encouraging you. It's so important to be a part of a community that encourages you, that wants to see you win, that wants to see you grow, that wants to see you develop to the best version of yourself. It's so important to be a part of a community. And if you're not a part of a community like that, please do send me a DM. I'm opening back up the Empowerment Club. So that's going to be a community where we win, where we encourage one another. It is totally, absolutely free. If you want to be a part of that community, make sure you DM me so I can put you on the waiting list, because we're opening back up in September. So if you want to be a part of the Empowerment Club, please do send me a DM so I can get you onto the waiting list so that you can be a part of that community as well. And number 5, our final question of the hour. Who do you spend your time with? Who do you spend your time with? Who do you spend your time with? So this literally encourages you to think about, your personal growth. Because if you don't identify these things, you're not going to be able to maximize your full potential. You're not going to be able to develop. You're not going to be able, you'll always stay at that low place. And, if I was to describe this, I would say, an eagle flies high, right? So when you're around eagles, you're flying. But could you imagine you're an eagle, but you're around chickens? What are you going to end up doing? You're an eagle and you're around chickens. What are you going to end up doing? You're going to end up quacking like a chicken. You're going to end up cackling like a chicken. You're just going to be going round and round, and you're never ever going to use your wings because you're around people that are not flying. They don't have the capability to fly. Come on, you'll just be doing what chickens do. You'll never ever maximize your full potential because you're not a chicken, you're an eagle. And until you get around eagles, then you see them flying and you begin to fly, then you realize that you had the capability to fly all that time and you was never using your wings. There's many gifts and many talents that you have within you that need to be activated, but you got to be around the right people in order for it to be activated, for you to be able to realize your potential, realize what it is that you can do, seeing the hidden treasures within you so that you can begin to birth them out and begin to truly maximize spiritually, maximize intellectually, maximize financially, maximize professionally in every single area of your life. That's where you want to get to. That is where you want to get to. You want to begin to be able to soar. You want to begin to be able to fly above the storms. If you're just hanging around chickens, you're only going to get caught up by the storm. And never realizing that you had the ability to fly. Because you never saw nobody flying around you. It's time to level up. It's time to level up. And you're going to be doing this, but it first takes you renewing your mind. It takes you first renewing your mind so that you will be open to the connections that God is sending you, that you will be open to the opportunities that are coming your way, so that you will have the mental capacity to receive the next level of teaching, the next level of mentorship, the next level of leadership that is coming into your life. You first have to be ready. This is preparation season for where you are going. You are looking at your life now and saying, I know I deserve more. I know I feel like I keep going around in circles. What's going on? I know I'm supposed to be so much further than I am. What is happening? You first have to begin to take the time out to work on you. You're no help to nobody else unless you make the conscious decision to work on you. You got to make that conscious decision that it's me versus me. You got to make the conscious decision that now, if I want to be the best mother, if I want to be the best daughter, if I want to be the best teacher, if I want to be the best mentor, the best coach, I have to continuously work on me. I have to continuously be a student. If I want to be the greatest leader, I got to continuously be the greatest servant. Because you can only lead as far as you are willing to serve. So I hope this blessed you on today. I hope you're going to take the time out to just look at those 5 key points I mentioned in my book, The Power of Renewing Your Mind. And, begin to take the time out to truly work on you in this season, because there's so much greatness in you. There's a whole nother level that's waiting on you. And the only thing stopping you is you. The only thing stopping you is you. So listen, I've got a free training. The link's in my bio. Click on the link. It's a 15-minute strategy session. Let's connect. Let's see what can be done. Let's see if you're ready to get to that next level. Let's see if you're ready to put in the work, because it's going to take some work. I can give you principle, I can give you strategy, but if you don't implement them, if you don't apply them, then you will never see that fruit in your life. You will never see the manifestation in your life. You got to be willing to work it. You got to be willing to put in the work. You got to reach that place where you're saying enough is enough, and I'm ready to evolve. I am ready to not only be writing things down, but I'm ready to take action, because the one thing with me is I love doing action plans. You're not just going to speak with me and we don't put a plan in place to help you to achieve those goals, to help you to manifest the vision and the dreams that you have for your life. God has truly blessed me that I'm able to help women, to empower them. Why? Because I know exactly what it feels like to be torn down. So now my mission is to build women up and to truly empower them. Because I truly believe that if we join forces together, that we're so much stronger. We are so much greater together. If we put our gifts and our talents and work together and support one another and connect and collaborate, I'm telling you, we are unstoppable. There's enough money for us all. Like, the one thing I tell my clients is, when you win, I win. Because I realize that my purpose is to help women win. Win in life, win in business, not only spiritually, but financially too. It's faith and finances, because some of you need finances to get to that next level. You're going to need finances to be able to have the time to do ministry, to be able to have the time to spend with your children, to be able to have the time to go forth and do that non-profit that has been bubbling up in your belly for years. So definitely connect with me. Click the link in my bio. It's your number 1 empowerment coach, Venesia. Click the link. Let's get connected. I'm going to leave this video up, so feel free to share on your stories, and I will definitely repost. Have a blessed, productive day. I look forward to connecting with you. God bless you all. Bye-bye.